Hey guys, Nurse Alyssa here. Today we're going to be discussing Duoderm Signal. But first, if you could hit a like and subscribe, it would be greatly appreciated. Let's get started. Duoderm Signal is a hydrocolloid matrix and a thin polyurethane top film covering that provides an occlusive moist environment. So it does have a waterproof backing, and it does have, I'll just grab my little pointer here. So it has this green line indicator here. So this indicates when you should be changing the dressing. So when all this in the middle fills up with exudate and it creeps over to this green line, that's when the dressing should be changed. It does have tapered edges, so it reduces bunching due to friction and shearing. We're going to use this for wounds with small amounts of exudate. We can use it as a protective barrier for redden or superficial skin breakdown. And we can also use it as a peri-wound protector, so like to go around the peri-wound for negative pressure wound therapy. We're not going to use this in dressings that have moderate to large amounts of exudate. So you just want very small amounts of exudate for this dressing, or it's not the proper dressing. And you don't want to use this dressing on clinically infected wounds. Just like any wound, we're going to start by cleansing and irrigating the wound and peri-wound with normal saline, and then making sure that the peri-wound is extremely dry. If the peri-wound isn't dry enough, this dressing will not stick, and it'll just be a waste of a dressing because it just will not work. So you're going to choose a dressing that covers the peri-wound by at least 3 centimeters. So it has a 3 centimeter overlap from the wound onto the peri-wound. This ensures that it is stuck on there well. It definitely needs that for it to stay properly. The dressing, it can be cut, but just remember what the purpose of this dressing is when you're choosing the size, because it does have the tapered edges, so it prevents the dressing from getting all bunched up due to friction and tearing, and it also has the green indicator strip for the amount of exudate when it should actually be changed. So if we start cutting up the bandage, even though it can be cut, it's losing the actual purpose of the dressing. To remove this dressing, you're going to lift up on one of the edges and pull away from the wound. You can use an adhesive remover, but the bandages normally come off quite easily. The frequency of this dressing change is a max of 7 days, but it all depends on the amount of exudate that's coming from the wound. So when the indicator says to change it, it's going to need to be changed. The expected outcome of this dressing is that you don't have any maceration to the peri-wound. Anytime you have maceration, it can cause wound breakdown. So you want to make sure, if you're using this dressing, that the exudate is managed and you're not getting any peri-wound maceration. That's all I have for this video. I'll catch you in the next one.